Hey guys, it's Ron from MyHeroDesign.com, and today I'm going to talk to you about Explaindio Video FX Pro. This is the Pro version with 40 or so effects. The standard comes with 16, I believe, and so because you have the choice to buy one or the other, both on the front end, I highly recommend going with the Pro. Now, what are the benefits of this program? Well, on first look, I was like, okay, this is going to be just a quick kind of, Adobe Air program to slap some effects on, but nothing special. The more I played with it, the more I realized this is a huge time saver, and it's great for both video creation experts and newbies alike, because of the time it saves and because of the presets that are here are very well thought out. And so compared to using something like a video editor where there's a lot of advanced settings involved to get, various effects to look right, and After Effects and things like that, the real benefit that I already can attest to is the time that you save. Applying the settings is really quick. You get a preview of what you're going to see, so that way you can tweak the settings in real time, and then obviously to render and download the finished video is also quite fast. So without further ado, let me first show you the drag and drop capability here. We're bringing a video onto the software, and now it's loaded and you can watch it here. This is a video I purchased from Video Hive. And it's a professionally shot video, it looks great, but what if we want to do a little bit more with that? Well, that's where Explaindio Video FX comes in. First off, I want to show you what is already my favorite effect, and it's the glow right here. So take a look at what we have, and now let me add the glow. Keep it down at 1. Obviously you can go crazy with these settings, but 1 is usually, I think, not 9 out of 10, but 99 out of 100. You're going to want to use that setting. For any video that was kind of shot and no effects added yet, or if it's a little dark, or if it's a little dull or boring looking, this glow effect does wonders. Now you see how fast that was added. I'll play this quickly, and you can just see that it comes to life, and it's got that little sheen on it that's so popular these days. Now, let me just go here and show you that there's an undo. So I can undo the glow, and you can already see the crazy difference here between the original, which is, hey, it's a very well done stock photo, but in my opinion, I've already taken it to the next level here, and this looks really professional because of the effect that's on it. Alright, and it was a one-click thing. I'm going to keep that there for now because the nice thing is that you can mix and match effects on top of that. So since I have a good base now with the glow, this is something I can export right away, and I can call it Cell Glow. You can see it's now done, and here it is. Okay, that's how fast it took for me to get a new video made with a new effect on it. So I'm showing you in real time how quick that process is. So I just want to go through and show you a couple more effects. You've got a really quick setting to go black and white. So I've got my nice glow on there, and I'm going to take it and remove all the color from it. And we're done. Here it is, and we've got a nice black and white video, and you can just save that down, and I can even say Cell Glow BW for black and white, and I'm going to save that over here, and that's that, saved. Now I can quickly undo that and redo it. Okay, so that's another great thing. I can get an idea of what it was before and after. I'm going to undo it. I'm going to add another really cool effect. Let's say we're doing something that's related to technology. Maybe we want to pixelate that. Now this is obviously way too much. I mean, it may work here, for certain things, but here's my secret. Bring it down until you can't even see it in the preview. Apply effect. I may have to do this twice to make sure it's right, because I want to show you what I have in mind here. Again, very quick to add the effect, and this is actually looking really good. Here's a cool pixelated effect on the video on top of my glow. And so this would be really cool for a technology video where it's like, hey, we're emphasizing the pixels here, etc. And then you can just save that, and I can call this cell glow pixel. Save it down. And look how fast it downloaded. Done. I'll undo that. I'll go to another favorite setting of mine, which is Sepia Tone. Okay, this is really popular these days, and I especially like the red tone. Okay, so this is up here. What I like to do is just drag this over a little bit and apply effect. We'll add that to my glow effect. And here we are. Look how great that looks. And, what's always stunning to me is, you already forget what you had before. So it's like, oh, this looks pretty good. I'm happy with it. But look at this. That's what we had, and that's what we have now. I mean, it's night and day. It's a whole different look. If you've got a lot of reds and browns in your video or in your logo, you might want to have all of your footage, with a setting like this. Either way, this looks modern. Obviously, this already looks great, and if a realistic thing is what you're looking for, great, with that added glow. If you want something that just shows, hey, this person making the video is a pro, you slap on the sepia here. I don't even know if I'm pronouncing that right, so forgive me. I'm not a master of these color terms, but I am a master of knowing what looks good and not, and this looks good. I'm going to keep going. Why don't I remove that? Another great quick thing to take your videos to the next level, color overlay. The red is ridiculous. You probably never want to do that, but what I do like is a blue. Okay, so I can do maybe something like that. But look at this. I'm going to increase the opacity a bit here and apply effect. Okay, so again, these effects are applied. I'm not speeding up the video here or anything. This is real time. We're just waiting for that to add to the video. Now, granted, if you're putting in a 4-minute video, it's going to take, a lot longer than this. So keep in mind that if you're working with these long clips, which you shouldn't anyway, but if you do, and you have to take just a 4-minute clip, you just have to give yourself time to add all of those effects. But here, we have a brand new look for this video. This is a great example of, imagine this. You have this video playing in the background, and you have some nice big white text right up here. It's going to be so easy to read that text now against the blue because I added a lot to the opacity there so that most of what you see here is blue, and you're going to have the white text, and it's going to look really great against that and be clear. It'll look like, hey, you're making a professional commercial for a bank or something. Let me continue. I'll get rid of that. And what if we need to either put a green screen model on top of this talking, or if we want to put text, or we want to put a box here and focus on the text in that box? Obviously, one solution is, hey, let's blur that background video. Okay, so if I blur that now, you're going to see that we are no longer focused as much on this girl in the video on her cell phone, but instead we can place something else like text or another person or an image or anything else, and that will be the focus. So again, very quick to add, and you can see that we've got a blurred background, and if I wanted to really do it up, I'll keep the radius something like that, and I'll power it to, let's see, let's try this just for effect. Almost there. Yep, that's much better. So we get a nice blur, and then the focus is going to be on anything you put on top of that, preferably in a box. The other solution is to do the color overlay. And this can also be for voiceover if you just want to kind of hint that there's a person on a phone and the voiceover is doing the work, that you don't want them to focus too much on the person. The blur is always a easy way to do that. And I'll undo it, and you can see the massive difference now. Undo, and then I redo. And then undo again. So I'll undo it. And why don't we, if anything, I gotta say, the Explaindio team did not demo this up well, at least before the launch. I think I've already done a much better job, and I'm glad I took the time to play around with this software, because watching those demos, not much thought went into that, and so a lot of people are going to miss out on this great software because the presentation could have been a little better. Vignette. This is a powerful effect which basically gives you a fade-in like border starting from dark to light. So this is another very popular effect in images. You can also have a light one so that the outside is lighter and it fades into nothing. So we can try the light effect, and I'll just try that out here and show you how that works. Alright, so you can see that it's lighter around the edge, and then it goes into nothing. But so this is another very popular effect these days, and again, it's like, oh wow, it looks so great, but hey, do you realize how great it is? Look at what you just did. This is before, this is after. These effects are the real deal, ladies and gentlemen. So undo. I'm going to go to, let's not forget some of the workhorses here, which are to fade in and fade out. What I really like is doing, not a 4 or 5 second fade in, but how about an 8 second fade in from white? Okay, so apply effect. Take a look at how our video now completely changes in how we present it just by adding in a fade in from white for 8 seconds. Here we go. We've got our white. I'm going to hit play. That is really, really professional. Now, you know what I can do now? I can keep the fade in, and I can go and add a fade out to the same video. So hey, let's say, just for example, that our video wants to end on a red background. I can fade that into a red background, or let's maybe it's more of like a maroon. So that's one of our colors, or that we want the last card of the video or scene of the video to be this color. Well, we can fade into that by doing a fade out. So I'll apply effect. Remember, we're keeping our white fade in, and now we've got a fade out. And now we can preview the whole video. We've got our nice professional fade in from white. And now we're doing a fade out. Look at that. Into the maroon, and then a logo shows up here, or the call to action. I have to watch that again because that was so great. Watch this here. This is so cool. Amazing. It really is. I mean, so what you get is a program with just a few clicks without knowing anything about anything. You don't have to. As long as you can open this software and click around, you can create these amazing effects for your videos. And again, look, save here. I'll do cell, fade in, fade out. I saved it into the wrong folder. I'll try it again. Here we go. Cell, fade in, fade out. Very quick. Go to my folder. Here it is. I can play that. Fade in from white. Remember, I still have my glow effect on there too, which is great. So I've mixed now 3 effects into this one video. So, why don't we just try another video? Let's try this this man here. We're gonna bring him in. It's another video. You know, it's well shot with a decent camera. You know, you've got him in focus and the trees blurry in the back, you know. So yeah, it's a professional video, looks fine. You know, even if you put it up like this, you know, okay, hey, you know, somebody shot this knowing something. But, again, I'm going to go to my workhorse glow here. I'm not going to touch anything. I'm just going to apply that effect. Effect has been added. Now look at that. Totally modern look now. A lot brighter and more enjoyable to watch. And again, it's like, oh wait, well, it's the same video. Nope, look at that. Here's the before. And here's the after. Right? So we have that. Now, again, we have, you know, I haven't gone through, actually I haven't gone through most of these. We can pixelate this guy again. I like to bring it down so that you can't really see it. And then when we add the effect, when we watch it in the full size here, we'll have a better idea of what that's going to look like. Alright, so you've got that cool pixelation now on the video. So many uses for that, you know, identity theft, technology, all sorts of things like that, designing. And I'll undo that. Let me try to find something new that I haven't shown you yet. You can try the sketch. The sketch is actually pretty good. It'll give you the effect that somebody drew this with a pencil, and I was skeptical at first, but you know, again, it depends on the video you use. I'm trying this in real time with you. I'm going to keep, one thing I know is that these settings actually are pretty much the best that they're going to get. You shouldn't mess with this too much. If anything, maybe with the brightness here and there, if the video overall is bright, you might have to bring in some darkness there. But I'll apply this effect. Now this is one of the longer durations here, wait time. But even that is it's not bad for what it's doing in the background. And remember, once you add this in, you can undo and redo with just a quick click. So once it does the work, it saves all the settings there so that you can undo and redo as you go and kind of do a before and after to see what you have. Here we go. So it looks like a sketch drawing, doesn't it? Now maybe it would work better if I took away the glow and then did it, and we might have a little more definition. But this is, I'm playing with this in real time. I haven't tried every video with it, but I do know that this sketch feature is really great. One that I don't really like is the posterize. I think that's an overrated one, and I would never use it. And another one is the cartoon. I'm not really feeling it, but those are 2 out of 40, and the rest, I mean, I would actually, honestly, between you and me, I would be ready to pay for this just to have this glow and color overlay. I mean, for these two guys here, and maybe the Sepia Tone, hey, that's time saving, easy way to take my videos to the next level. That's all I need out of this product. The rest, in my opinion, is just a bonus. I'm going to use a ton of them, but man, just those alone are great. Let me show you this. You've got this rotate. This is a way to grab attention on just to grab attention, but on a website especially. Look, I'm going to make the background white and apply effect. Check this out. I mean, it just looks cool. And it's an easy way to just rotate your video and do something like this, right? And you just have that in on your website, and your website could have a white background, for example, and it would just look cool if you had no frame on that video. So you could add that to your arsenal of tricks there and do it up. So you're not going to use that every day, but you will use it. Obviously, you've got your green screen there. You can, choose a color and get rid of the green. And you've got your blur. You've got your add noise. Is a pretty cool effect. You can add like a little kind of, grainy effect to the video, which is, quite useful at times as well. Love the fade in, fade out. Love the, oh wait, let me show you this. I forgot about this guy. What about reverse? Now what I want to do while it's working, I'm actually going to undo the rotate. And now I'm going to reverse. And what this does is basically just, play the video backwards. But it's so easy to do here, may as well take advantage of that. So I'm going to apply effect. We're going to let it do its thing here. Should be very quick. Alright, so here we are. He's looking at us. And then he's going to look away. He just lost interest in us. You see this smile go away? Look at this. He's happy. And then he's like, So, I'm going to undo the reverse. Let me, we'll bring in one more video here. I've got this for fashion people here. We got a pretty well shot woman here. I don't know if she's happy or sad here, but she's out on the balcony checking things out. Nice colors overall, maybe a little too yellowy here and whatever. But obviously well shot. Slow motion thing going on. Again, I'm just going to jump to my glow. Apply effect. And in just a couple seconds we have that effect applied. And now this to me is looking a little better. Just got that shine that I like on it. Again, it's a popular look to kind of have that glow on the video. And so if I undo, you see that, and redo. So for me, you know, this is kind of old school, and this is, you know, what's in right now. So even if it's not your cup of tea, when people see this, they know that it's, you know, it's been done to match the style of the last couple years at the very least. Same thing applies. Obviously, you can add all of the effects that I showed you. You know, add the you know, you can even mess with brightness, contrast. You can mess with the hue, saturation. You can mess with you know, just the saturation alone, so that you have just a whole bunch of different, you know, the sharpen is actually quite good too. I played around with that a lot. I just don't want to waste too much more time here because I'm just trying to show you guys why I dig this, and hopefully my enthusiasm is coming across. The zoom, you can bring in the video and back. I mean, if you have a really high resolution video, you can zoom it in a bit or just blur it out a little bit. Definitely not something you'll use a lot. Stabilize, same thing. You know, if you don't want a handheld camera to move too much, you can stabilize it a little bit. So you do have that built into the software. But you also have crazy effects like this. Okay, so watch this, like the Vertigo effect. Like with this, it's done for effect, and it's like either to tell a story or to make a point, like hit that point home, because this is not normal, right? So you got this thing going on. You know, if you're talking about a traumatic thing, do you wonder about, you know, your loved ones, blah blah blah? That little effect is really good. I mean, look at that. I mean, this is something that you'd have to buy in After Effects or something to get this kind of effect, but we did it with just one click. So don't underestimate the use of that, because that can come in handy a lot, that's for sure. There's another one, Distort, that's similar, okay? So this is going to do something similar, but I think it's a lot more intense. The Vertigo is subtle, you know, it just shows discomfort and kind of unease. This one, obviously you can mess with the settings to tweak it, but overall it's pretty wild. So here we go, okay? This is just crazy. So this would be something maybe for maybe a 2-second clip. 1 or 2 seconds you would throw this in there just to make a point with a voiceover or statement. Alright, and then again you can undo it, and we're back to my glow. And I'm sure I left a lot out because this is just my quick review video. I do want to let you know I have played around with this for hours now over the last week. I only got serious today with it because I went out and got some really good videos to work off of to see what could be done, and took the time to study pretty much every one of these effects, and it gets my recommendation, and of course it allows you to do so much more inside of programs like Explaindio and the like, so that even if you just want to add, like I showed you, you just want to add, you know, what is this, maybe a purple, some text over a video, now you can do it and it'll be seen, and at the same time you're making your video look that much more professional because you've got this color overlay, you've got a nice stock video in the background. I am now officially done with my review. Take advantage of this deal. If you have any additional questions based on my review here, you know, something I left out, please email us at support@myherodesign.com, and I want to thank you as always for your support.